So hello everyone, and today I'm doing language tag. Question number 1. What do you consider to be your native language? Belarusian and Russian. In my everyday life I mostly speak Russian, but I still consider Belarusian my native language. Number 2. What was your first language learning experience? It was last year of kindergarten, and it was a horrible experience. So when I was a kid, I wasn't visiting kindergarten quite often. So my parents tried to teach me all the stuff that other kids studied at kindergarten, but it happened that I was skipping a month, then coming to the classroom, and all the kids was like, this monkey, rabbit, crocodile, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, can someone explain me what's happened? And really, because of that, English became my least favorite subject at school for years, and all like language studying classes in general. Number 3, what languages have you studied and why did you start them? So, first of all, English. I've studied it in kindergarten, at school, and at university for a year. I kind of had no choice to not study English, but then I've decided to study French myself. It was absolutely random decision. I just heard that it would be an extra classes in our lyceum, and I was like, why not? I was a really fan of one French cartoon at the time. I'm still a fan, but at that moment new season was published, so I was excited, like, oh, I can study French and watch this TV show in French. But yeah, obviously when I tried it was like I couldn't understand all the names of the main characters and words like Ami, and that's all for like 20-minute episode. But yeah, basically that's why I started learning French, and I started to learn it in classroom also. I've made few attempts to start learning German because my grandmother was a teacher of German, but really my knowledge on German consists of like very minimum amount of words like Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, what else? Like Danke schön, bitte sehr. I can count up to 3, like 1, 2, 3. What else? And ich bin. So that's all my knowledge of German. Yeah, and my grandma tried to give me like a lesson of how to read, like pronunciation, but it was only once, and then she didn't teach me like properly. I tried to build myself, like with the books and with Duolingo, but really, yeah, my knowledge is still like very beginner. But I hope I will try like to study German more consistently in the end of this year, starting from December. It was a short moment of fascinating by Georgian, but really I've only once I tried to study a script, and that's all. And I probably don't remember anything from it. I've tried also to learn Polish and Czech, but it was like few lessons on Duolingo and Duolingo like websites. Yeah, I didn't study more, so I don't remember anything from it. So basically, I can say that I've studied English and French. And that's all. Number 4, how does your personality affect how you learn languages? I'm a real introvert, so learning languages at classroom, it always was a bit nervous experience, and it was really hard to try to find something for language exchange also. So yeah, I'm mostly studying from YouTube, from textbook, from websites, and not from like real life conversations with native speakers. Also, I guess the fact that I'm a lot into like scientific subjects like math, physics, it's easier for me to understand grammar rules. So I see this a lot with my French studies. So, for example, I'll open a book, I see the sentence, and almost every time I can clearly see the sentence structure. So where is the verb, where is the noun, but I have no idea what does it mean. Or this mean the meaning of the sentence is like because I'm really bad at remembering vocabulary. I don't know why. For me, it's like I have the same problem on every history lesson because for me it's very hard to remember dates. They just mean nothing for me, and I cannot put them in my brain. For some reason, the same happens with my vocabulary every time. Number 5. Do you prefer learning languages in class or individually? Learning languages individually can become a problem because of self-discipline and all other stuff and finding good resources and everything. But I guess the more you study by yourself, the more you know about your like studying techniques and how your personality affects on your learning process, etc. So it's easier for you to find what fits you the best. On the other hand, studying languages in classroom may be helpful, especially for beginners, because teacher already have some experience and can provide you with proper learning material. But I guess for classrooms it's better when you're studying in a really small group of people, like up to 5 students. Because even if there are 10 students in the classroom, it's already hard to receive attention from teacher, I guess. So it's not that productive, I think. Number 6. What are your favorite language learning materials? I don't know, like, it also depends on the language. I think it's now for English, my favorite language learning material is YouTube. And also reading books, because at the moment, I'm mostly growing my vocabulary, I guess, and I'm trying to understand more by listening and trying to speak more. I don't really like classrooms so much, so I didn't want to go and study English in classroom now. For French, I think, at least for now, I prefer textbooks more, but I can say that I have a favorite one. I really enjoyed the textbook which I used when I started with French, but we took these books in a school library, so I don't have my own copy on hand. Number 7. How much time do you spend actively learning languages per day, week? 0. Really now it's really hard to dedicate time to language learning and active language learning. I mean, per week, I try to use Duolingo for French at least a few times per week, and watch at least few videos in French with subtitles and try to listen on a lower speed and read subtitles. For English, I mainly I just watch YouTube, and I can watch 5 hours per day of English videos, but it's not actively studying language. What about reading? It depends. Sometimes I read books in Russian, sometimes I read books in English, so I can say that I'm dedicating a set amount of time per week for reading English in English. But yeah. Number 8. What are your short-term and long-term language learning goals? Goal setting. I guess the short-term goals. Now I wanna a little bit level up my French and started with German, and I think that I will mostly dedicate my 2019 for learning German. I'm very bad at understanding what is my current language level, but I guess in a few years I want to reach C1, C2 in English, B1, B2 in French, German, Polish, and also I want to be quite confident beginner in Irish, Ukrainian, maybe Georgian. And in few years, I mean like before 30, so I have about 8 years to reach the goals, and they may change, so yeah. Number 9, what's your favorite language? Belarusian. I don't know, I like how French sounds, and I'm really fascinated by Georgian script. So if we will talk about like languages I studied, then this is French. For languages in general, that's just Belarusian. Yeah, English is still not on my list of favorites, right? I will leave with that. Number 10, what is the next language you want to learn? German, but yeah, as I said, I've tried a little bit of German before. If we're talking about like completely new language, the next will be Irish. And the last one, what advice can you give to new language learners? Analyze your learning process and your learning habits, so you could find the best language learning material for you. I think that's the most important problem for new language learners, because when you're just starting, you see that method and this method, and when you want to try everything, and if sometimes like you can predict that this method will not fit your habits and your learning style, keep going. I guess what I can say. Yeah, that's what all the questions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.